Good afternoon and welcome to Pittsburgh City Council Cablecast public hearing for Thursday, September 7, 2023, relative to Bill 2023-1393. Will the clerk please read the title of the bill?
Bill 1393, Ordinance amending the Pittsburgh Code, Title 9, Zoning, Article 1, Section 902.03, Zoning Map, by changing from R1DL Residential Single Unit Detached Low Density District to UI Urban Industrial District, certain property roughly bounded by Kelly Street, 5th Avenue, Frankstown Avenue, and the Allegheny Valley Railroad Brilliant Line, all in the Allegheny County Block and Lot System, 12th Ward.
Thank you very much. Our first order of business will be a brief introduction from City Planning. Please identify your name and position and give us an overview of the project.
Thank you. My name is Kate Rickus. I am Principal Planner in Zoning and Development Review with City Planning. This legislation, Bill 2023, for the change from the R1DL to the UI, was referred to Planning Commission on April 14th of 2023. Planning Commission held a hearing on June 27th, 2023, and made a positive recommendation to City Council. And as required by code, notice was mailed and posted 21 days in advance of this hearing today.
Thank you very much. Anything else from planning?
Nope.
All right. If not, we will now move to our public hearing part where people get to have testimony. We'll first move to our registered speakers, and then after that, we'll go to people who have not registered. Our first registered speaker is Chief Poma Chakman Chalilji. Is she online, Heather? She's not here. All right. Our second registered speaker is Ajajib Chanelkin, not online. Our third registered speaker is Chuck Stewart.
Hello, my name is Chuck Stewart. I work for Giant Eagle. I'm here to go ahead and explain a little bit about the project. The proposed project is to develop a Get-Go convenience store with made-to-order food service, indoor dining, self-serve retail, and automobile fuel sales. The proposed part of our project here, and there was a site plan and indoor plan passed out to council as well, showing the site plan where we will have the Get-Go convenience store with the canopy for fuel sales. It is a red and white brick building with windows for transparency. We also have the indoor portion of the site. We have a grocery section, a fresh bakery and produce section, a dining section, kitchen and made to order. What sets this store apart is the fresh food offering and the fresh offerings we have for people that is not your typical convenience store. There is plans for this to be able to buy fresh produce such as carrots, bananas, fresh fruit sliced, pre-sliced in containers, as well as fresh to made meals, salads. It's not necessarily just your standard hoagie fare, but there will be wraps, salads, deli sandwiches. Again, more fresh food option, not necessarily what you would think of as just a convenience store option for this project. This is a concept that we're happy to bring to the city with what we're proposing inside the store as well as outside, and it really sets it apart from the fresh food offering. That's a big part of our project. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next registered speaker is Brittany Bloom. Am I pronouncing it right, Brittany? Bloom?
Thank you. Bloom.
Bloom.
I answer to many things. Good afternoon. I'm Brittany Bloom. I'm with Myronkovic and Scott, attorneys for the development team. I did bring a packet.
Just give it to us. We'll give it to other members.
Okay, sure. The packet is for the reference of council to orient them with the site. Sir, I know you're very familiar with this site, and I thank you for your support of this rezone request and also zoning staff and planning commission. Just to walk quickly through these slides, slide 1 shows the view of the project site. Number 2, project location. Number 3 is really the detailed tax parcel map showing these 19 subject parcels. The total site size is roughly 1.3 acres. On slides 4 through 6 are historical aerials of the site showing that much of the site has been vacant since 1995 and has become to the point it is today, which is completely vacant. 7 is a survey, a little more information about current ownership. Slide 8 is an analysis that we performed under the current zoning designation. And this shows that these parcels cannot be developed within the parameters of the current designation. They're not big enough to fit the minimum lot size. They are not wide enough. They don't have the capacity for a side yard as required. And so it really makes sense to rezone these parcels to allow for development. On slide 9 is an aerial view of the zoning map, which shows that the site is bordered by urban industrial, which is what we are seeking to this to be redesignated as. So they're on Frankstown Road, to the right of the property along 5th Avenue, and also on Kelly Street, again surrounded by the UI. And then 10 and 11 are some additional aerial photographs, which show that, especially on 10, there's kind of a natural division created by the railroad between the greater Homewood neighborhood and this site. And then slides 12 through 14 show photographs of the current site conditions, and you can see there's already commercial type development in this area. And so this rezone really does make sense. And just, I know Mr. Stewart from Giant Eagle already spoke, but some of the plans he referenced are also included in this slideshow at pages 15, 16, 17, all the way through 19. And again, as he stated, these are preliminary plans. We know we have to go through the entire planning process, but we are excited to bring this concept to this neighborhood, and we thank you for your support of the rezone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That takes us to Mark Lewis Ferguson.
Hello, thank you. My name is Mark Ferguson. I'm a real estate manager with Giant Eagle. I'll be brief, but just wanted to give you a little update on, steps we've taken to this to date. I've personally met with the Homewood Community Development Collaborative Group multiple times, Rashad and Walter. They're very excited for this plan. They've given me some great suggestions on trying to get some local entrepreneurs, some of their items possibly sold in our locations. I also personally went to a couple neighbors on Kelly Street who were concerned about the traffic that this might cause. And I've talked through with them, and we'll continue to contact them and help give them a voice during the whole planning of the site. I am in favor of this project. I think, Giant Eagle is obviously a Pittsburgh staple. Homewood is a staple community, so it only makes sense that we make this project happen. It's a long time coming for us to put something in this community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That takes us to Leonard Carter. Leonard, are you here? Leonard, you're online. It's your turn.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. My name is Leonard Carter, and I'm a lifelong resident of the city. I worked as a teacher for the Pittsburgh Board of Ed for more than 40 years. I spoke at what I assume was the initial hearing regarding this zoning change. The Giant Eagle Corporation was given a significant period of time, at least 30 minutes, to speak and lay out their plan. I was given 3 minutes and reminded halfway through to hurry up. My home is directly across the street from the project. Can anyone honestly claim that is in any way fair? I understand there are many interests involved, and I'm merely one individual. But should there not be, at the very least, an appearance of fairness in the changing of zoning of an area that's been residential for the last 100 years? The last woman that spoke said this is the area that's ready for residential, for business. Well, I'm a resident and I live right across the street. Also, I would like to ask the commissioners that voted for the change to ask themselves honestly, would they have voted that way were their project directly across the street from their homes? This process was completed before any of the residents immediately and irrevocably impacted by this project were ever informed. To say that is unfair is a gross understatement, and I fear for what will happen to the rest of the residents of the neighborhood as you continue to roll over everyone and everything in your path. I would say thank you, but there's no ethical or logical reason to thank anyone involved. But I can at the very least say that I hope you all have a very good day.
Thank you very much. Is there any other registered speakers? Are there any speakers that want to speak? Mr. Carter, we thank you for your work as a teacher, and I understand your hesitation. With development, there is always both fear and sometimes some inconvenience. For the last 20 years, I've been advocating for a grocery store in Homewood. I've been talking to Giant Eagle for about the last 10 years specifically, and we're thrilled that finally one of their concepts makes sense for Homewood. And so it has had my support from the beginning and continue to have my support. There are no members of council, therefore, with no registered speakers and no one else here to speak, we are adjourned.